If you're involved in an argument or disagreement that you can't settle, you can always turn to the Dispute Resolution Center.
Even though we disagreed about things, we did agree on some major points. We agreed we didn't want to go to court. We didn't want to go at each other's throats. And with the kids, that was like the most important thing. We both felt very strongly that we wanted to make our own decisions about, we have 2 children, to try and keep them free of intervention and other people making decisions about our family.
Life isn't always perfect. There are going to be arguments, there are going to be misunderstandings. And here at the Dispute Resolution Center, we've been dedicated to promoting the peaceful resolution of conflicts. Since the Dispute Resolution Center was started in 1982, we've grown from one small program to serving 4 counties.
We applied for the grant, created a nonprofit, and got the grant for Orange County, and did the initial training in September of '82 with a team of about, I think, 15, and we were rolling. We were just doing interpersonal disputes between neighbors, community disputes at that point. This agency now has so many different programs where they apply the mediation process in different contexts. It's just mind-boggling.
Dispute Resolution Center. Ending conflict begins here.
Friendly, sincere, and very neutral. Very neutral. It was an interesting thing for me. I wanted him to say, "Yes, you're right. Everything you want is right," and then convince my husband that I was right, and he wanted the same thing. He wanted the man to say, "Yes, you're right. Everything you want is right," But he was very neutral. He played the mediation role beautifully, and he had us talking to each other about the things that had been hard to talk about up till then.
The mediators for the Dispute Resolution Center are volunteers from our communities. They are trained under the New York State Unified Court System Community Dispute Resolution Centers program. They are trained to become neutral, to become active listeners, to put aside their own biases to better assist others. DRC mediators provide services for civil and minor criminal cases, family matters, and business disputes. And the thousands of people we've helped, people who receive services, were grateful of the opportunity to clarify and resolve their dispute out of court.
People are coming to court with preconceived ideas about what's going to happen. First of all, they think small claims court is like it is on the TV shows, and it's not. The judges that ask for our services ask you to meet with the parties before a trial to see if they can work out their dispute amongst themselves. And very often, I've noticed that it's the parties that seem to be most reticent about participating that actually come up with the best agreements themselves.
We couldn't come down to really how to use lawyers, not use lawyers, how much to pay, how much not to pay. You get this, you get that, when to do it. It was like some agreement, then disagreement, and it seemed to come closer, then would go apart again.
At the Dispute Resolution Center, we know it's a big step to come here. Just by coming to mediation, you've already made strides toward reaching an agreement.
And there was no pressure put on whatsoever. Sort of for the first time, I felt like I was listened to. But because they were listening, sort of taking what I was saying and what my wife was saying and making it very clear and almost making it, seeing how ridiculous it was sometimes, got us to a point where we could agree, on things. So if I'd have hired a lawyer and she would have, I can tell you it would have gone on for quite a while, a lot of expense probably, and I don't think we'd feel the same way about each other today as we would have otherwise.
Mediation is a process where 1 or 2 neutral mediators help people work toward a peaceful resolution. Most conflicts are appropriate for mediation. The Dispute Resolution Center mediates disputes between couples, neighbors, parents and children, landlords and tenants, businesses and consumers, and just about anyone else in conflict. Each mediator has expertise in helping parties see each other's side of the conflict. We've helped families deal with the effects of separation and divorce, and we have developed programs to work with youth to instill the self-confidence needed to better prepare them for life. and understand the impact of their actions.
The Basketball for Life program is a program that we hold out in Middletown. Basketball is the hook to get them interested in coming. We also teach conflict resolution. Yelling at somebody is not going to make them do what the team needs them to do. When I get a call from a kid that is already done with his obligation, that makes me feel good because I understand that they're still thinking about me or the DRC and what we did for them that made them feel positive about themselves.
The Dispute Resolution Center's job is not to solve your conflict, but to assist you in coming to your own solution. When you resolve the conflict yourself, you're more likely to stick to it. Most mediation is done at no or little cost, allowing our services to be taken advantage of by all. The Board of Directors of the Dispute Resolution Center embrace diversity to better qualify the organization and the services they provide.
I wish we could help everybody solve their problems. Take the first step.
Call the Dispute Resolution Center for more information.
Call Dispute Resolution Center for an appointment.
Call the Dispute Resolution Center to volunteer.
Call the Dispute Resolution Center for sponsorship opportunities.
Dispute Resolution Center. Ending conflict begins here.